Have you ever found yourself saying something that you regretted, just reacted in the moment and, told somebody off or hurt somebody without thinking before you spoke? I want to talk about that today. I want to tell you a little bit of a story of me doing that. One of the times I did that, this happened to me a lot. This has got to be maybe 20 years ago now, I don't know, but a really long time ago. And there was this family barbecue that I went to, and sort of family that I haven't seen in a long time, and there were little issues here and there between the one side of the family and the other, and there was a lot of distance and a lot of weird sort of energy. And I went there with my cousin, and I parked where I thought was a good spot, and then I came there and said hi to my uncle, and my other uncle was right there, and he said something about me moving my truck. And I didn't know this, but apparently I was parked on, over his sprinkler lines on the lawn. He didn't want me to park there, but he said it very, very rude, in a way that was extremely judgmental and confrontational, to move my vehicle. And I just reacted, and I said something about why, and then he reacted back, quite harshly with his tone of voice, and I just told him to F off. And I just walked away, and I went to find my cousin who I came there with to say, I'm going, do you want to come with me? Because, I picked her up Island. And then I ran into another family member, and something else happened, and I just reacted. And then I went out in my vehicle. I told my cousin, I'm going to be out there waiting for you. And then my aunt comes out, and she looked like she was gonna hit me, and she was in this reactive state. And I was trying to get my window to go up, and she was coming at me really quickly with this look on her face, and then I told her off. And so this caused this huge rift in the family. The amount of stuff that happened from that. And I just wanted to share that story because it was one of the biggest things that I've ever experienced, where I just really opened my mouth in so many ways that I shouldn't have. But I didn't know any better at the time. I could have said things so much differently. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to just in the moment hear what I heard from the other person and not take it personally, to go into my breathing and just calm myself down and go, wow, I'm feeling a lot from what this person said. And instead, I just reacted. And what came out is this defensiveness of the only way I knew how, which was to tell somebody off. And I didn't know any better. And if you want to change that, if this is something that goes on for you, that you've said things that's hurt other people, that's another story, dealing with the consequences of that. But in the future, we have to be able to be present enough with those emotional feelings that come up from the reaction of what the other person said. Otherwise, we can't do anything. We're just going to react the old way we've always done, and basically put our foot in our mouth over and over and over. And so we need to start practicing doing some sort of an awareness practice to sit with what we feel, bring our attention back, practice bringing our attention back to our breathing and our body feelings. If we keep practicing coming back to what we feel in a calm state, in a safe place every day, 5 minutes a day, in a month, we're going to have built up this habitual routine of being able to come back to what we feel, back to our breathing. So then when something happens and somebody says something, we're now able a little bit to just create a bit of a gap and come back to our breathing, and then go, okay, do I need to react? Is what they're saying, is it true? Do I need to take it personally? I'm just going to breathe into it and take a moment. Okay, I want to react, and I just want to tell them off. I just want to say this, and I want to blurt it out. But now I have a bit of space. I'm able to talk myself through it, come from a better place. Really, trust me, from this experience, with the amount of stuff that happened with the family, all the things that happened in the discussions and talks, and it took a while to sort of clean this up. And in some ways, some parts of the family stayed disconnected because of it. And Now I've learned to come from a better place. I've learned from these kinds of experiences, but it took a lot of time. I didn't understand that you could just go into your breathing and be with what you feel like this and practice being able to respond instead of react. It gets easier and easier with time and practice, but that awareness practice is needed to meditate on what we feel, to come back to what we feel, to build the muscles of the ability to be present and consciously choose what to say instead of react out of just habitual trigger and habitual conditioning. So hope this makes sense to you. Hope this is helpful and you get a lot from it. My name is Arne Pedersen from Awareness and Health, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and have a wonderful rest of your day.